rocks, high key on the block. I don't rock with you because your team full of cops. Not the type of nigga that be beefing a lot. Trust me, no I'm not. You tryna with a new excursion. You don't know me, better learn it. Wanna text back, now I gotta earn it. Only buying shit cause I deserve it. Tryna with a new excursion. See me on the I-10 swerving 10. Bad bitch, what I've been curving. Never been a nigga that was nervous.
No spot. Go ahead, do it.
Do it. No.
No, why
What's
you
the word,
nervous now?
everybody?
Let me
Chaotic
know.
Conversations game back in this bitch. We in it again. You know what I'm
we
saying?
here.
It's the one and only Matt. You know I got my co-host with us. Y'all say what's up, man?
What's up, y'all?
What juice, you know what I'm saying?
Good.
Now, see, man, now kids want to be shy. You know what I'm saying? You just before she was turning up. Hey, chaotic conversation. Yeah.
Because
You know what I'm
push
saying?
record, so now I gotta start charging.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. All right, give me your audition, Juice. Come on, say action. I'm finna try it.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
What up, y'all?
Yo, you had it though. You definitely had it.
Came on
You definitely had it, G. Why you stop? You just stop like, what up, y'all? Just stop.
God, that is so funny.
Yeah.
You two people be so excited. What up, gang? How y'all doing this?
Yeah, motherfuckers do be too energetic.
They be hyped
So
as
what's-
hell for the first 3 seconds.
And you
So how was
skip
everybody?
the intro too. I be skipping that shit.
Oh, not you be skipping that shit.
Where?
Hey, but them first couple seconds is crucial though. So you gotta grab the attention. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get them right where you want them. You feel me?
That's true. That's
No, you be
You said
trying to
where?
watch the middle of the night and they just start yelling at you. You be like, calm down. It's 3 a.m.
I'm also, it is 1 o'clock in the morning. Some motherfuckers about some, what it is, y'all?
Right.
Man, but it's a lot that's been going on in this world right now. And one topic I wanted to bring to y'all tonight is how do y'all feel about that abortion thing that's going on right now?
That shit is wild. That shit is beyond wild. The fact that they passed a law and tell females what they can do with their body is just fucking crazy to me. Like, who are you to give somebody the right to, you know what I'm saying, bring life in or off this, where like you're not the one that has, you know what I'm saying, you're not the one that made the decision. That's the fucked up part. To me, I feel like it's fucked up.
It's like how you got these old ass white niggas, a group of them just decide, like Matt said, decide on what women gonna do with their body. I feel like some of them motherfuckers is like rapists and child molesters that's on the stand anyway. You know what I'm saying? That because that's real creepy. That's some creepy activity, bro. Like you in that congregation and y'all really like trying to tell women, like if a woman get raped and she got to be forced to have a child, like, gee, you weird, my boy.
Yeah, I'm not really in favor of that. I think a lot of money comes behind that as well. But at the same time, like, because I'm pretty sure people are hitting these politicians' back pockets on that. But like, I just feel personally, you can't tell a woman what to do with her body at any time. Like, that's just not right, you know. That's just me. I'm not really in favor of that.
You know what?
About it?
I'm so glad you guys brought this up because I was just talking about this today. Okay. I feel like there's a lot of things that go into it. And okay, there's a few things, right? Just giving off of what you guys just said about, let me touch on the rape thing real quick. So with the rape thing, I don't exactly know. Okay, hold on. Because there's a few different things, all right? So basically, this girl had she broke down the legalities of it. She said basically it's not like regulated federally, right? It's like state now. So each state gets to decide their laws on abortion. Like let's say for Texas has this law that's it's a heartbeat law. So once the baby has a heartbeat, you can't get an abortion because it's a separate person. It's a person. You know what I mean? It's a baby. So yeah, once you hear the heartbeat, you can't get an abortion. And so basically now other states, and even too, there's a whole process that they're going to have to go through. It's not just like now states are like, okay, no. No, you still got to go through the voting process to see if and how you're going to go about it. You know what I mean? Like there's states that, yeah, their regulations might be a bit strict, but it's not that they're a definite no on abortion. You know what I mean? Because in some states, like, I don't know where, to be honest, I didn't, dig a little like that deep, but in some states, it's up to like the third trimester that they can abort a baby. At that point, at 9 months, that's a baby. Like, that's murder. Okay? And even too, with it being state regulated and up to everybody to decide, that means too that it's not coming out of our tax money for like, it's not coming out of our tax money to pay for abortions and stuff. You know what I mean? Because as a person who is working, you should be able to decide where your money goes. You know what I mean? And as fucked up as it might sound, I think a lot of people, they don't do research on things, so they don't even know exactly what's going on. It's a lot of people that are on this and like, pro this, pro that, but like you're not looking at the facts. You're not looking at what's going behind it. Like it's just like, oh, they overturned it, so now there's no abortion. So now this, so now that. Yes, women's rights. I do. I'm a woman. Of course, I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be behind us. At the same time, you got to do your research. It's not necessarily that they're saying that you can't get an abortion or this and that. It's just like we're not gonna pay for it. They're not gonna pay for it. They're not going to take it out of taxpayers' money. States get to decide, how they're going to go about it. And, with the rape kits and stuff, the rape cases and stuff, I guess when, somebody is raped, like I said, I didn't do all the research, but look, there's rape kits, they test you for everything. Then they give you the morning pill. That way you don't have to have, if you don't want to, you don't have to go through with that. You know what I mean? It's not that you're forced to. They're not going to be forcing anybody to do anything that they don't want to do. People make their own conscious decisions. You know what I mean?
My only thing about the rape kit, because they do carry rape kits for sure, but my only thing with that is like some of the situations for the young ladies that they get beat and get raped and they deal with that trauma for years and months. Like for instance, like they won't be able to speak on it the same day. So what happens like in the situation where they do get raped and the situation finally comes, she finally musters up the energy or vocally say it like past the trauma, like months later. By that point, now it's null and void and she got the baby on the way.
Okay. That is very valid. Honestly, I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't speak for that person, but I will say if somebody is, in that situation, if they do go, because there are, that is kind of valid though too, because now there are like Planned Parenthood, like some of them are getting defunded or, you know what I mean? Like people are protesting them because of what they do.
Right.
So I can't speak for that person. I can't,
Right.
All I can say is that there are things in place for certain situations like that.
Right. Because honestly, in my opinion, like from the Planned Parenthood standpoint, I'm kind of 50-50 on both ends. Like I agree with it and I understand it. It's certain things I do like about it. It's certain things I don't. The third trimester thing, I don't agree with personally because it's kind of like you kind of at the end of the situation. But at the same time, it's not really my place because I'm a guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't really tell you what to do with yourself. Okay.
That's very.
So me personally, I just feel like
I'm waiting for them to get done because I got a lot to say.
I feel like we can't really. That's not our battle. I get it, but this is some fights we can deal with. Some we shouldn't even have our hands in because we can't produce a child.
But
like we don't go through the 9 months.
Okay, that's true.
But go ahead, Kendra.
Okay, so I know it was talked about as far as it being state to state and mentioned like, okay, people still have the choice. No, they don't. In Arkansas, literally the day that it was announced, Planned Parenthood had called all their people and canceled their appointments. So people who didn't plan on continuing to have a child now are stuck in a situation where they have to raise a child. A woman should be able to decide if that's something that she can do or not. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these women are single, are in a single parent situation. So I would rather a woman tell it flat out and be honest, like, hey, I'm not ready for this situation, compared to having a baby, abusing a baby. Do you know how many stories there are in the news all the time? Literally, mom drives in the lake with children in the car. Mom or boyfriend of mom strangles and chokes child. How many? I would rather find out that a woman made a woman enough decision to decide that she was not able to be a parent at that time than kill a baby that's already here. Do you get what I'm saying? So you want to talk about murder. So what's better? A baby that's not born yet, or to kill them when they're 5? Do you get what I'm saying? Then you talk about births. Okay, do you know how many kids are up for adoption? We pay for that. So when you say, oh, okay, good, we don't have to pay for abortion. Every kid that gets put into the system, we're still paying for it. So you're not negating some type of, I just say $50 a day. No, you didn't. It allocated to a different situation. So now, okay, now we're giving kids a lower standard of life once again. So you got to think about all of these elements when you think of, okay, cool, we're going to make sure they stop. Don't be a murderer. Keep these children alive. Okay, they're being born into situations that aren't healthy as well. Yeah. So if you come across a woman who is honestly not able to do that, she should be able to say that. And then, okay, then you have plenty of women who are deciding they want to have kids and all they do is have government babies. Are we not paying for that? Are we not paying for WIC? We're still paying for this. You have women who have kids just so they can continue to have financial assistance. Mm-hmm. That is coming out of our pockets. Every time you clock in to work, you'll just help somebody get some food stamps. So you're not avoiding any type of financial obligation at any point in time in this process. So for someone other than oneself to tell them what they need to do and how they need to treat their body, and that is literally controlling their life because it affects their day-to-day after that point, it's absolutely ridiculous. And can't nobody make me feel otherwise. Mm-hmm. If I came up to a man and honestly told him, you need to get a vasectomy, every man I know would be like, well, hold on. How you going? Yeah. That's my choice, right? Yeah. So you're telling me once again, history has proven that men in their situation has a higher value than women in their situations. That's the issue. That's the issue when you boil down and come down to it. It's not women telling men what to do with their body and how to live their life and how they should make decisions.
And that's 100% true. But at the same time, to play devil's advocate, how many times do women have? I hear you, but how many times do women have children by men that are already either, and they have to deal with it through child support and financial struggles? Like, he still has to be there to provide for the child, even though he said he didn't want it, and she kept it.
Those are two
different things. I'm gonna call you bullshit because when I tell you how men, literally men, have the option to be there or not, women don't. If a woman is not taking care of her child, she's everything but a child of God. But men can have 4 different kids in 4 different states, and he in Vegas living his best life.
Absolutely. So it's like the narrative is different for both sides.
But at the same time, though, if the guy does not want the child, that abortion option isn't an option for him. So the guy
is that really no option either, though? Is that really his option though? Because he decided to sleep with this girl unprotectedly. So he knew you know what you're risking though.
Okay, and I understand that. Then if that's the case, then if you know what you're risking,
in 9 months, you still were not affected. So what are you trying to say?
What do you mean you're not affected? The guy's affected from day one, from the day he find out that the strip.
What you paying for while a girl is pregnant? Other than pickles, what are you paying for?
What do you mean? He gonna be paying for 18
what I just
years.
Asked.
the man gonna be paying for 18 years on a child that he wasn't financially ready for, didn't even agree.
I don't know
Every
about
man
that.
is not on
If
child
he
support.
decides to.
Come on, IG. Like we can't now.
You all right? Because
You
now
can't act like and that's why I said this is a very slippery slope. But you can't act like women don't trap guys, have a kid, and then milk them with child support either.
bro, you're talking about men that have money. Half of y'all don't.
It's not even just about me. You got niggas who don't have money and they still pay child support.
But the thing is, even still, us, we know what we doing. Like, we know what we doing when we finna have sex with
Bro,
a woman.
that's two ways. That's two
But that's
ways.
the thing, though, Mark. It's like, you know that this is a possibility if you have unprotected sex. This is a possibility.
And you think she don't know that it's a
Exactly.
possibility?
So if you don't want kids with that woman, why are you hitting raw?
Then if that's the case, then why is she opening her legs? The fuck?
She can open
Nah,
her legs,
hold
but
on.
you,
Bro, you sound
bro,
every day.
bro,
You
this is the
sound like
thing.
an idiot.
Hold
Like,
on.
why are we friends?
This is the thing. Do women hold seed or do we hold the seed?
I just cannot.
Absolutely.
Both people know. Okay,
But
both people
bro,
know
you
it takes two people to make a person.
Exactly.
Everybody. That's why I was saying it's a conscious choice. I'm not saying, you know what, just to go back on that too. I wasn't saying that I'm going to be saving money or that people are going to be saving money. I was just saying that it's not going to be coming out of taxpayers' money. That's all with that. But in this case that we're talking about, yes, both people do know that it's gonna, you know what I mean? Either way, even if it's
a two-way street,
there is a chance
It's
that you're gonna create a baby.
Hey, this is gonna sound fucked up coming from me, but niggas act like pulling out ain't no option. Most motherfuckers don't pull out.
Okay,
just wear a condom from the start, bro.
If that's the case, then you act like for women, birth control ain't no option either.
Okay, but see, that's what. Okay, did she just? Okay, she just brought up.
Why should she have to?
There's birth control for men too.
Let Raina
You know what I mean?
speak, bro. Talk your
It's
shit,
like
Raina.
everything you saying, the woman has to do something in rebuttal, but you don't want to do nothing. And that's the problem. And that's the situation that women get put in time and time again, where women have very little option, but they just have to react off of what the man has already done. So once again, this law is putting them in that situation. And if you can't understand that, then obviously it's just not clicking.
Once again,
I don't know.
I started the conversation off saying that I'm not for this. I understand both sides.
Well, your points was very much you've been thinking about it.
But at the same time, though, like you gotta think about both sides. You just can't be affirmative towards one because it takes two to make a child.
And I am.
The only thing I got to say about it is like the only part I'm against abortions is like if you let the baby develop inside of your stomach, you know what I'm saying? You letting it grow and it's growing limbs and the brain and arms and all that, and then you want to kill it. To me, it's like you let it go this far, you know what I'm saying? So why not have a child?
What's the point?
Okay, so let's just say this. So okay, the baby is fully developed, right?
Hold on, G. Y'all gotta let Raina speak. Raina want to talk
mental, financial situation. Because let's be honest, a lot of times when girls get pregnant, especially at a young age, they get put out.
I agree.
Those don't always be the episodes that on My Sweet 16 and pregnant. A lot of these girls get put out. So not only are they trying to figure out how they're going to raise this child, now they need to find shelter.
I agree.
And time is only steady ticking and a baby grows every day. Right? So now, okay, let's two routes. She decides she want to have the baby. She is completely struggling. There's not 100% guarantee that she makes it out of the struggle. So now we bring in a yet another child into poverty, right?
I agree.
A lot of times when you're in those type of situations, you entertain people who are not necessarily healthy for you. So that means you're exposing your kids to drugs. You know what I'm saying? Not that they're doing drugs, but they're now around them, or people that are abusive that could then harm your kids. It's still putting your child in harm's way. So no, okay, she didn't have abortion, but this baby got weed all in their lungs at 6 months. Is that healthy?
I agree.
No, you didn't kill your baby, but your boyfriend is tired of your baby screaming, so now he in the room shaking him. Is that healthy?
No, it's not.
So you need to think about all of these different elements, because life is not some type of cookie cutter where everybody's situation is the same. No, some of these kids are in some effed up situations.
Really fucked up situations.
And then you think, okay, well, you know what? The government's going to step in and we're going to take these kids. You put them in a home where they're getting raped.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have a child who is mentally messed up.
Fucked up.
And when you mess up a child's mind at a young age, that causes trauma that literally stops the development of their brain.
Mm-hmm.
That trauma literally imprints on their brain. And those are places that will hardly ever refunction. It becomes like a dead muscle. So they can't even tap into certain pieces of their brain because literally trauma has fried it to death.
I agree.
So when you talk about, okay, yeah, just, you know what, wipe out abortion, you're not thinking of everything that could go wrong with the child being here. A child could literally be on this planet suffering, but nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody ever wants to adopt kids. Everybody wants to always have their own. The foster parent rate it's so many kids in foster, they need foster homes. And then what's really sad is they literally get in these homes and get abused because all these people want to do is take them in for money.
Mm-hmm. And collect the check.
So these kids are literally in trauma from the time they are born to the time they are 18. 9 times out of 10, if they were already in a foster situation or adoption and they were not in a healthy, nurturing home, they now are 18 trying to figure it out in this world. So that's why you have so many teens that are homeless, continuing to struggle. And if they never come across somebody who's going to motivate them and help them get past that and see that there's options, they don't even become productive people in society. Mm-hmm. Because who taught them how? Who showed them how? So it's all of these kids that are on our wayside that nobody wants to talk about. You bring them into this world and you drop them off and you leave them alone. So then what? So if you want to talk about, the children, what about the ones that's already here? Y'all ain't doing nothing for them. Y'all not helping them. They out here struggling. They out here don't know what they're going to eat from day to day. But you want to talk to me about a 3-year-old baby. Help the people that's here. Y'all want us to do all this stuff for these other countries. We have people that are not eating here. We have people that are homeless here. When you go to California, there are people sleeping on a beach. This is not a third world country. So we have other issues that we need to focus on because before controlling a female's coochie. So how about we do that? Mm-hmm. I'm done.
Woo. Hey, everybody give it up for that one. I ain't gonna lie. She snapped.
Yeah, Kim, you held it down with that one.
So let me ask you this though. And I mean, everything you're saying is right. So, I mean, even though the situation, where do you think we move forward after this though? Like,
it don't need to start with that.
Okay.
It doesn't need to start with that. That's looking at the world and all of our problems, right? Mm-hmm. And picking the one that's the least threat. Why?
I agree. I agree.
Like literally, why? These people wasn't bothering nobody making these appointments. Them making an appointment to have an abortion did not affect the next person. That didn't affect nobody on this podcast. They didn't have no 5 of us up sleep at night like, oh my God, I can't believe Rebecca.
I agree.
It didn't.
I agree.
But what affects us is the fact that they are cutting elderly people. They're cutting their funds. People that are not physically able to work anymore, hardly have retirement, literally are put in a situation where they need to go back to work and physically can't.
I agree.
We have no safety net. Hell, global warming. Pick something else. It's other shit going on. Boy, it just got hot 2 days ago and it went from 53 to 99.
Yeah,
I agree.
This is why I say that. This is why I say that, women should try to, we need more like women in power, like more women in Congress to balance stuff out. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree with that. Because
Like,
that's why I said too, like this situation from a morality standpoint, this is not really, it shouldn't be held down to a man to control a woman's body at the end of the day. Like it shouldn't come down on us. And when you look at the Supreme Court, all their electors, except for I think like 3 of them are women and majority of them are men.
That's what I'm saying. We need more women in power. If they serious about this stuff, like if they, a lot of women that's serious about stuff like this, and I understand that, you know, y'all get chopped down when y'all try to get in those positions, but I don't know personally if it's enough women that's actually trying to get into those positions. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, I do see a lot of women that have a lot to say about it, but they having sex with 10 different niggas raw at the same time, producing millions of babies. You know what I'm saying? So
millions of babies. Okay.
All right, but I mean, I get exactly what you're saying, and it's like it's just a tough subject. I can't.
It
even
is a
lie.
tough.
Like,
it's a tough subject.
It's tough.
I mean, it's not. It's not tough, but it's tough. Like I don't know.
It's only tough because
you.
people want to be in other people's business so bad.
Mm.
Somebody else's life and their decisions don't have shit to do with you.
But you gotta understand, people make decisions.
Same reason why people have such a problem with other people's sexuality. They didn't invite you in their bed. Why the hell do you care?
And I understand that.
Damn,
But you have to
act like
understand
they asked you to lick their booty.
When it comes down to a political standpoint, these politicians, they make decisions on our lives. Like that's what comes along with the job.
You see what the thing about that too is like, aren't they governed by, I mean, okay, look, it's a government, but like we make the decisions, but we don't really have that power no more. You know what I mean? Like there's executive orders that are being made that like the next day and shit, like we didn't even have time to really look at what's going on and what's happening. Kendra did mention a few other things that are happening. Like there's people, I mean, they're giving away baby food that we need here. You know what I mean? Like there's a baby food shortage here and we're giving that shit away for free to different countries and shit. Yep. Like what the fuck? Why are we helping out other people before we're helping out our own fucking, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
But this is the thing though. I feel like when we kind of understand that America is set up on capitalism and the fact that it's a business, and we take the fact that it's not really for us because it never has really been for us, you'll actually understand it a little bit more, you know? Like it's just understanding the game. And when you understand how the game goes, like it's money laundering. It's not really for us. Like when it comes down to lower tier people, it's not.
I mean, yeah,
and the only way
what you're saying about that.
And the only way that it becomes for us, it starts with us because we have to elect people in power that have the similar ideas of what we want. You know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't be a.
But you gotta get certain people in them seats though.
Okay, that is very true. But this is the thing though. As a common minority, because we all at the end of the day, I'm not even gonna say that, but at the end of the day, us people of color, when majority of us tend to vote, the first thing we think of is president. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, we gotta really start looking at all them, like, because when you go vote and you see all them people you voting for, all them branches, you gotta start studying them niggas, man. All of them, like every vote matters. It's a time where I was in high school, well, not high school, after high school, when I was just circling after president, I was just circling shit in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, G, like,
and it's like,
and then it's like, yeah. And then what I was gonna say too is kind of like what I noticed is that, like, if you really break it down to the nitty gritty, right? For instance, when it comes down to baby formulas, even your street being fucked up, that comes down to your alderman, that comes down to your mayor. They allocate the resources of the money, the budget, and the supplies, and they send it where it goes. That's why when you go to some neighborhoods that are of higher making as far as wages, they have better roads, better foods, better whole foods, all this shit. But when you come down to lower tier places, you have a lot of corrupt politicians that don't allocate those funds. And you have, like, what is it? They call it like wasteland places of like food deserts. That's what they call it. They call it food deserts, where you got more gas stations than you have actual food supplies, where your Walmart is like the only fucking Walmart in town. You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, you just have to understand you got to understand the game. Like, you got to vote for people that have the same interests in you. But it's not going to start by when you voting for the president. Like, that's the last thing you're looking for. I mean, especially one that said, "Hey, if you're not black, if you don't vote for me."
So
We did it, Joe.
Anybody else got anything to say on this topic?
We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe. You are stupid.
Kind of.
You are stupid.
Nigga, then
You really are.
gas
stupid.
prices, abortion, giving trillions of dollars to Ukraine. Like, come on now, man. Like, I don't know. You know, America's an interesting place right now.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, I don't know, even too with like how she mentioned, right? Like this shit is, it's nobody else's business, and it should be last on the list, if anything. Like it shouldn't even be on the list of things that we look back at. Wasn't this already passed and we already established this?
Mhm.
Like, honestly, I feel like, I don't know, it's just so much going on where it's like to instill fear. You know what I mean? Like to instill fear in people, like any day your rights can be taken away, or any day this can happen, or you know what I mean? Like, and people forget that we are the people. We are the people. You know what I mean? That's the same. We're in control of that. But
I agree.
no, it's a lot. Now they're trying to take away our guns too.
I think it's more people talking than doing, than actually trying
But that's kind
to
of
push
where it
the
starts.
issue. Like the talking, it's like they don't care about the talking. You know what I'm saying? They, oh yeah, y'all gonna talk, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have 2 or 3, maybe 4 organizations come up. We gonna pay their ass off, get them monies to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Now all that's dead. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have more people that's really pushing, you know, what we want in this world if we gonna take it back in our control.
But see, if we're gonna keep it 100 though, and that's why I say you got to look at the construct of how America has been. Anytime you have a group of people who try to rise up, like you said, money comes into play. People get bought out. People get played out. Incarceration. Keep trying to say that. You know, I mean, you have these type of things, but at the end of the day, it's control. But don't y'all find it kind of weird how, like, it's crazy that Raina brought up the whole control situation, but if you really think about it, yeah, now this abortion situation is happening. We had a pandemic 2 years ago and you couldn't even really be outside past 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got this. Like, it's just too much shit going on in the world, you know?
Okay, but like Jamal was saying, just to touch up on that, right? Okay, so just for, you know what? Let me just say this. I recommend this guy. His name is Derek Grace II. Okay, his Instagram is Derek Grace 2. He
the relationship guy?
No, he's not a relationship. Yeah,
the black guy with the dreads. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he teaches. I think his like brand is the Family Banking Cartel or something like that. But he teaches gun safety, how to reteach your kids. Like, you know, like there are things that people are doing, but there's a whole process that you have to go through. You have to educate yourself on certain things before you're even qualified to go out there and risk your life. You know what I mean? Or until you, like, you don't have to. You know, let me not say risk your life like that. But yeah, I recommend him. He teaches stuff on like gun safety and, you know what I mean, how to basically be self-efficient and not rely on the government. So yeah, that's one person I recommend to really, like, if you want to get into something like this, or if you want to educate yourself more, there you go.
Yeah, Derek Grace is hard. Hey, I'd recommend it. Derek Grace is hard.
He talks about like starting your own family militia and shit. He's cool.
I just think that when it comes to like America and stuff, you just got to know how to play the game. And this abortion situation, I'm not in favor of it. I don't approve of that shit, to be honest with you. I think that's really corny. And you really can't tell a woman what to do with her body at the end of the day. That's just my opinion on it.
That's right.
So, you guys ready to get to the next section?
It's a little intense in here. I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at everybody's face. You know, y'all, Matt, you look like you taking a mug shot, my nigga.
Drunk.
you just bro, come to the camera, bro. Come on, bro. Be a part of the team, bro.
This was definitely a y'all thing. So I kind of like the fact that I can sit back and relax and just listen to everybody
like an evil villain back there. Bring your ass up here.
I swear you.
Why y'all trying to make this about me? This isn't about you.
Guys,
This is
it's about you now, because you
no.
all
Next
the way in the
topic,
back,
please.
bro.
No.
All right.
You okay?
Man, I'll tell you, man.
I'm in my happy pace. I'm relaxed. No, I'm not giving up this comfort for anybody. Nope.
All right, well,
Your
check it
eyes
out.
look
Check
like
it
a
out.
evil villain.
All right, check it out. We had some album drops recently over the past.
Now my
3
lower
weeks.
back hurts.
We had some album
The
drops.
headaches are
past 3
coming
weeks.
in.
Boy, shut the fuck up.
fine.
Let him finish talking.
This nigga. How y'all feel about Drake's
Oh
album
my
that
God,
just dropped,
I got a
bro?
migraine in my head.
This nigga, oh my
shit.
God.
I
This
can't
nigga.
see.
Fuck.
You know you want to laugh while you over there. It's okay. It's tough, but it's gonna be all right.
But yeah, how y'all feel about Drake album? That
Damn, G, my calf muscles is fucking up. Damn, that should let me sit back in the back.
Bro, take your ass back there.
All right, go back in the back, bro. Go ahead. You know what? This nigga.
Drop the phone.
I'm done.
All right, cool. All right,
I'm done.
So we're talking about Drake's album, right?
Drake album. How y'all feel about Drake album, bro? Because it got a lot of backlash at first, and then everybody started, you know what I'm saying?
Man, everybody's a fucking hypocrite, and everybody lame as hell because now they want to double back, and now all of a sudden everybody like house music. Fuck everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Not everybody like house music.
Next.
I loved it.
What's your favorite song on that, bro?
Massive. But when I get 2 shots, calling my name.
Calling my name is my
calling my name. Hey,
yeah. I can't even say it. This shit was beautiful.
My favorite song.
I didn't like it at first, but that's because I didn't realize it was a dance album. Like I thought, I didn't. So my expectations was set to hear like riding through the seats with my woes. Like I was ready to be, you know what I'm saying? Out in the streets with it. Then I get to hearing these beats and I said, what is this? So once I went back and listened and like had in my mind, like, okay, this like house music. Then I was like, oh, it's giving.
Yeah, you gotta change.
I had to get my mind right. Then I liked it. Yeah.
Calling my name. I mean, that bitch ugly as hell. My little cocktail drink. Like,
hell yeah, you just moving in that bitch. You, oh shit.
But you know, it's funny though. Everybody playing that one song with him in 21 Savage.
That was the only rap song on there, bro.
Bro, you know that's and that song made his shit #1. Like
that was the only rap.
The
song
fans have
there.
spoken, bro. They don't want a house album from Drake. They want Drake shit.
They don't. It was good. People acknowledged that it was a good album, but they want that rap shit from Drake, bro.
Yeah,
I think he should have put that out like closer to him already dropping like a rap album, so we could have, you know what I'm saying, still had what we was looking for and the option of something else. Like we ain't had nothing in a minute, and that's all he gave us.
Or he should have did it like how he, or he should have did it like how he did More Life. You remember when he had like the little house mixes in there with the little hip hop shit?
Yeah.
That's how he should have did that, like how he did More Life.
But the man is a genius. He already been getting in his international and different type of music bag. So the fact that he was the first rapper to really just kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna jump off the porch with it.
Yeah.
Go.
He jumped. He definitely jumped. He jumped. And then I don't know if you're gonna mention her song or not. So let me
Beyonce, you already know.
Oh, Beyonce, she came out of nowhere. She came out of nowhere, just whoo.
She can do no wrong. God,
hey, look. No homo.
This me with my cocktail in my head.
I was in
for real.
I turned Drake shit off and I turned Beyonce shit on. I was in that game.
Hey, her shit is a vibe. I ain't even gonna. That one song right there is a vibe.
Bro, the thing about Beyonce, she cannot drop anything and drop one little song in this book. Like
it's #1 everywhere.
Gee, that's power. That's the beehive. It's the beehive for you right there, man.
She was like, quit your job. Fuck the vibes.
If Beyonce ever ran for president, the world gonna get right.
They'll vote for her.
That's what we need.
They'll vote for her easy.
Definitely need Beyonce.
Beyonce, run for president, please.
Please come save us, B.
Please come save us, so I can be so we could just have a day I'm at work. Do.
Dance break.
But you know what I like about Beyonce though? Like the way she did it though, she PR'd her shit wild as hell. Because it's like I think she deleted all her pictures on Twitter and then she had posted something. And then that's how people started knowing, like that's how people just started talking about her, was because of Twitter. And then they was like, oh shit, Beyonce finna drop something. It might be an album, who knows?
Her and Drake do the same thing.
Really?
To let people know that they got something coming up. They'll go ghost for months. Then as soon as they start posting more frequently or post anything at all, you be like, it's on the way. Prepare the pockets every time.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just glad Beyonce made a house hit. That shit was fire.
She coming
that
back.
song is so good.
I'm telling you, they finna bring them two finna bring house. They just brought house music back. We finna hear so much house music, it's gonna piss us off for the whole summer.
Facts. Did you guys hear
before
B-King?
Moving up by Chicago, I had never heard house music before. So coming up there, I was like, bro, what is this? Like, I hated it for months. I was like, bro, turn it off. It's at every club. I'm in the hood. What is this?
Really?
I done heard this so much.
Definitely like,
oh my God, I heard it so much. And I remember playing San Andreas, and they had this one song. You gotta have house music.
Oh God.
That shit used to be move your body. I used to be in that bitch doing drive-bys, just dig into the damn song.
But no, this house music stuff gonna really make niggas start dancing again in clubs.
And a lot of people don't even know house music originated in Chicago. House music been going on since like the mid 80s, bro. The mid fucking 80s, bro.
Niggas,
I done did my research on. I did my research on house music, bro. House music go back, bro. Like it originated from Chicago. I forgot the dude's name, but he was Grammy nominated and everything.
Yeah, I can't remember either. Yep.
It was Frankie. It was Frankie something. I know that for a fact. Frankie Knuckles. Yep.
Frankie Knuckles.
Frankie Knuckles. Yep.
So basically, like it was like the end of the disco.
Dang, you was there
going into the 80s, and like that shit.
Nah, he saw that shit on TV one like me.
Man, he be telling us stories like he was right there.
Like he was right there, like you met this nigga.
So look, I'm only
every
saying
story
that
though. That's what give me.
Frankie
Knuckles. I'm only saying that.
That's your uncle, bro.
My pops used to be a DJ, so that's how I know.
Oh, okay, all right.
True story. So I mean, like in
you gotta
Chicago.
Have house. All night long. My bad, Mark. Go ahead.
You said work your body. I feel you, bro. Like I ain't even tripping on that. But I mean, I'm just glad to see.
Without that house
music
all night long, move your body. My bad.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, I'm just glad to see the fact that niggas
didn't
back.
Work your body. Didn't work your body.
What is house music?
Mad, bro.
It's like upbeat music. It's like a
it just make you
energy
feel
type of vibe. Yeah.
You gotta move.
Lots
if you
of
don't move your body,
kind of like
don't move something
techno, but like I don't know, girl.
The GDs and the Mo's used to jig to that shit back in the day.
Bro, even bro,
you did say the 80s. No, okay.
The hardest of gangsters that I've seen, they be in that bitch moving, G, like they. Hey, look.
I think like
the Percolator is a house music song too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Like dance music.
Time for the Percolator.
I'm trying to think of some like Lisa.
Take you home. Take you home.
Yeah.
Okay. That's in the playlist.
We in a bag right now.
It's in a playlist, my boy.
Right now, you should. I'm gonna send you a couple of them to see if you like it. Y'all do kind of listen to some house music in California too. My cousin, she worked at a club out there, so I didn't heard it, but y'all probably just don't know that it's house music type shit.
I know that shit hitting in San Fran.
You know what it is? No, nowadays it's called EDM. It's
EDM a little different. EDM a little different.
It's just
faster on that.
But it's similar, yeah.
Yeah, it's like EDM and techno.
It's like what's that shit called?
You know, like Daft Punk.
It's like dubstep music. Like
but just
eating
like
shit.
not as fast. But
That
you love
dubstep
it.
shit, I can't get into that shit. That shit.
That shit.
I'm like, nah, this shit. I have an old fashioned right here. I'll be jigging as soon as that beat goes. Yeah, I'm finna get the fucking look out of here. Let me pay my tab real
It's a little
quick.
too fast, bro. You like, yeah.
This shit a little too weird. Motherfuckers be off them pills, them shrooms, fucked
And
up.
you be
Just,
saying they be in that bitch like moving fast.
this my
as hell.
shit,
Like,
bro.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sweaty as fuck. That's crazy.
Baby.
You know how motherfuckers used to jump around like the Roscoe Dash music and shit, like that Travis Porter shit. That's how the white people treat that dub music. Like they be lit. Like I'm not, G. This motherfucker be having the glow sticks, be off the ecstasy and the cocaine. I gotta go for they.
you said, where's Latrell?
Gotta go.
If you see somebody in the club with glow sticks around their neck and they wrists, run. Them niggas is menaces. They are some menaces, and they sweating.
I will
They
dance
about to
down you
turn
for
up.
no reason.
They
too.
about to turn the fuck up.
Just
Motherfuckers
move
take you
on.
down until you win. That's crazy.
Gee,
Trying to tell you.
hey, you see somebody with glow sticks, challenge they ass to a dance battle.
That's what
Don't
I
be
just
a-
said. Don't steal my joke like that. I
Oh,
just said
shit.
it was
I'm
going
sorry.
for the.
It's gonna be the
Tell 'em,
time of
Raina,
your
'cause
life.
he loves stealing
Call
stuff.
red-handed. Call
I'm
red-handed.
sorry.
Just
I didn't hear you. We thinking the same thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
But Raina said it first.
Don't back down, Raina.
We
nah,
can start a
be
dance
on
battle
his
right
ass,
now.
Raina.
Shit. I got
Stand on it,
Got
Raina.
his ass.
Trademark.
Right. The fuck.
Trademark it.
He said I trademarked mine.
Hey, but check it out though. We had another drop.
Yeah, the fuck you go.
That nigga C Breezy.
I knew
That
it.
nigga Chris Brown, bro.
You too fanned out
Man.
on Chris Brown, bro.
Man, look, hey, it's not about that, bro. It's not about that, bro. The
Just
man
like, oh
dropped
my
some
God,
heat,
Chris
bro.
just dropped. Yes.
That man dropped some heat, bro.
You be too fanned out, bro.
Man, he just dropped some heat, bro. I ain't gonna even lie. You know what I'm saying? That shit was nice. Shit was nice.
That's Chris.
That shit
Go,
was
Chris.
nice.
Go,
Shit was
Chris.
nice.
Go, Chris. I cannot with you, bro. Like you've been on Chris all fucking week, bro. Like you make me not want to listen to Chris Brown.
Don't listen to him.
Oh, bro, he been talking about this shit all year. What are you talking about?
No, bro. The moment that
That's
nigga
cap,
dropped
bro.
his album, bro, that nigga stopped.
That's the
everything.
thing. But see, that's the
I'm
thing,
on
bro.
it, bro.
I'll be silent until he drops some
Bro,
shit.
just-
Then I'll be like, shit, what's up?
Bro, just imagine going on Instagram checking the stories and you see the back of a nigga head that says Breezy, and then you go on Facebook and then all you see is Drew saying Chris Brown is on fire. Like, bro, I don't want to see that.
Bro,
shit
I
right
put one post about Chris Brown, bro, and niggas be on my meat because I said one thing about Chris Brown.
Bro,
Bro,
because we had a
bro,
whole year of you
I
doing
like
it.
R&B music just like you, bro, but you are obsessed with Chris Brown, bro. That's kind of weird.
That's not obsessed, bro, because I listen to an artist, bro. How is that obsessed?
I get it. That's your favorite artist.
Bro, that is your fucking favorite artist. You don't hear me
How is
saying-
that? I'm not saying that's not my favorite artist, but how
Because
does
I
that
ain't
make
gonna
me
lie,
upset?
That's like
How does that
me
make me
giving-
obsessed?
Like
though?
that's like me, like damn, Javon just dropped his latest album. I've been waiting for this nigga. Yes, I don't even do that. And Javon is the shit.
but certain motherfuckers
I
have
like,
their
bro.
favorites. No, but
That's
hold on.
what I'm saying,
Hold on. Certain people have their favorite artists that I hear niggas talk about. Lil Durk, Lil Baby. He just dropped some shit. Club going
Bro,
up.
those are rappers. You're
It
talking
don't-
about R&B. How many?
No, man. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
How many niggas do you think is looking for?
It don't matter. It don't matter. It's still
It
another
does
nigga.
matter.
It's still
We
another
live in a
nigga.
generation where niggas is doing drugs and doing all types of weird shit. You think these niggas care about slow dancing and taking a girl out on a beautiful date? No, bro. No.
But I'm saying it's the same thing as them being
It's
hype.
not the
If
same.
as them being hype for their favorite artist to release, but when I'm hyped with my favorite artist release is a problem.
All right, bro. We understand. You the R&B nigga.
Hey,
There's
that's what I'm
nothing wrong
saying.
with
Hey,
that.
that's what I'm
There's
saying.
nothing wrong with that.
Hey, look.
I'm
Bro,
not used to
to
niggas
each
just
his
being
own.
fanned
To
out
each
over
his
R&B
own.
niggas.
Hey, bro, all I know is
Sure, people
I know
was
is-
excited for Michael Jackson when he dropped albums.
Michael Jackson was pop. That's different.
Chris Brown pop too.
Juice, don't make me
I
get
think this
off.
album is pop, ain't it? No,
He dropped.
No,
He's in the
no.
pop industry and the R&B industry. What are you
this
talking
was
about?
definitely a R&B album. We not
It
even
wasn't.
talking
It
about
wasn't even an all R&B album though, because he had hella rap features on that bitch.
Bro, all I know is when the weekend dropped Don FM, the moment this nigga dropped, all I heard Juice say was Chris Brown finna drop soon. He ain't ready for that shit. Bro,
and
he
Mark
need
is
to let me have
obsessed
my
over
moment,
Mark
bro.
is obsessed over the weekend. You don't hear Mark like,
he
yes.
was talking about that album though, Don FM. He was talking about that bitch.
But you don't hear Mark like, damn,
Don't cap.
The weekend is Jesus. You
don't cap.
No, bro.
He was talking about the weekend, bro.
The way that you give Chris Brown energy, bro, is bro. I'm not hating on it. I like the fact this is how I know you a different type of nigga. With the way that you gave Chris Brown energy, bro. Bro.
Bro, I give motherfuckers energy anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like if hold on. The moment D Rose had that 50-point game, I was all over social media talking about D Rose. Anything D Rose do, it'd be like, oh shit, this nigga D Rose. Like anybody, if I find out something is like amazing, that's what I do, bro.
That's so funny. Oh god.
Matt, you good? You stuck?
Man, you good, bro?
No.
That man stuck in time, bro.
He looking like I know this nigga full of shit.
This man stuck in time, bro.
Oh my god. Look, G. There's nothing wrong with like liking Chris Brown, bro. But it's a difference though, because he a straight R&B nigga. Even Matt agreeing with me with his frozen face.
Matt when it took a trip to the future. He gonna come back and
he'll be back in a moment. He got one of those.
He gonna come back to that shit game. Oh my god, y'all are sick.
So what's your favorite album song off the album, Juice?
It'll probably be between Passing Time and Psychic. Those are two I like. They're pretty dope.
So are you saying that this is one of his best albums?
No, I'm not saying it's like his best album. I'm just saying it's one of his best albums as of late, because the last two was like very like mid. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Heartbreak on a Full Moon was mid to you?
It was because one, it was just
that album was pretty good.
It was I'm saying like it was good, but it was too much to digest at one time. All them songs at one time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he had his deluxe be having like 20 fucking songs on it too. So it's like that's a lot of music to, digest at one time. So that's the only reason I say that. And but yeah, this is just a good album.
So what you saying? I feel like he overproduced music like all the time, y'all know. Compared to like how when he first came out, like you would listen to the whole album, you wouldn't skip nothing. Like every song was a hit. Compared to where now, like you sitting there, like you said, with 40 something songs, and you like 5. So it's kind of like less is more at times. I kind of hate when artists do super, super big albums. Yeah. Because you just trying to hurry up and get through it. You really can't even focus on everything you really just heard. Yeah. But like on the album he just dropped, I like 3 songs. Three of them kind of got my attention the most, but it's a decent album.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I mean, it's Chris Brown. It's not. I kind of feel like with Chris Brown, you just know you're gonna get the vocals out of him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like because of how long he's been in the game, it's like we already know his sound. Yeah. And with this album, it was Chris Brown. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie though, like after watching that Drink Champs interview, I definitely
I didn't know he was that humble, to be honest.
Me neither. Chris Brown is a really humble ass nigga.
Because they steady was trying to like push the narrative, make him say that he was the best, make him say he was better than Michael Jackson and all this, and he was just like, "No, I'm not." I was like, "Damn." For somebody, just for anybody to have like that much power, you know what I'm saying? Like just to be that good for that long, and you still, be humble about a lot of stuff. It's just like,
well, you gotta think he had a lot of media time. Yeah. So I'm sure that all of that over the years has made him more of a humble person in general, even if he wasn't an artist anymore. So
Yeah. I agree because he's had a lot of shit. Like
He's had a journey.
Yeah, like Chris
and
Brown.
he didn't see how fans can turn enemies and stuff like that. The world quick like that though.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you don't do something that somebody like or whatever, or say the wrong thing, then it's like, oh, you're canceled. Not realizing, hey, we all human. We gonna make some mistakes from time to time.
Thanks.
I think like
just from different situations. But
no, that's true. And I mean, like, I think like you can see his progress of the man that he's becoming, and even with father life and just being in the industry. Because like he was saying at one point in the interview on Drink Champs, he was like, hey, I used to just make music because I was in the moment and this is what I love to do. Like this, I had a chip on my shoulder. I'm just in it. Yeah, I'm that hot nigga and I'm just dropping music. But it was a point in time where he went to jail and then he was like, well, shit, he came back. And then after that, he was like, I was making music, and then I guess like one of my fans, they was like, hey, I'm making music. You help prevent suicide in my life. Like things like that. It showed that he was more appreciative to just get the art out. And so I'm just like, yo, like Chris Brown, that nigga though. Like I got a lot of respect for folks.
So like one thing that I would say is like, how do y'all feel about stars that start off young, that have young success, you know what I'm saying, and then you monitor them through their whole life, and do you think they get judged the most because you've seen them from so little, and then they grow up and then they take a turn and you be like, damn, like they acting all different now, they getting into this and getting into that? I feel like they get criticized by the media a lot.
Like you gotta separate the artist from the art. Like people be forgetting these people real lives, you know what I'm saying? When they not on the screen or when they not in the studio, they still regular people living regular lives. And just the same way that we got the ability to make mistakes from day to day, they do too. But the difference is they got a cameraman in their face at 4:00 in the morning while they making theirs.
Yeah.
So people just don't be giving enough grace, for real.
And then like that shit gotta be tough. Like imagine being like 6 years old, like the Mary-Kate and Ashley, or like the Justin Biebers, or even Chris Brown, for instance. Imagine being 14 years old and you coming into all this money, you getting this stardom, and you a young man, you a boy, and then you having these cameras in your face from the moment you 14, and now here you are at 35 or 30. I think he's like 33 or some shit. And now it's like, yo, you still got the cameras, you still got that life, and everything you do is underneath a microscope since you was 14. That's a lot of pressure.
Right.
Like
it's like you don't get a chance to be a kid. It's like you just like, thrown into that adult life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think like,
and even my bad, go ahead.
No, you good, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, even outside of just like the camera type of deal, they learning big lessons early on. How people take advantage of you. They'll steal your money, say one thing and be doing another. Like those, starting seeds of distrust at such a young age can really mess up somebody's mind in the long run. Then they'll feel like they can't trust nobody for the whole rest of their life. So I say anybody who make it through that and successfully and end up healthy with a positive mind, they did good. Because people commit suicide these days. Not saying they didn't back in the day, but it's at an all-time high. People are stressed.
Shit.
The expectations of others is causing folks to kill themselves. And that's tough, because really every situation boils down to that. Whether it's the people in their life not accepting their lifestyle or criticisms of others, it's causing people to lose their mind.
Yeah.
Or even too, just to talk, okay, because have you guys heard of like the two Corys, Corey Haim and Corey Feldman?
Yeah.
Yeah, like since, I think it was Corey Haim who he passed away, but Corey Feldman was getting on like the industry just about like young stars being abused, like abused at a young age, and like, you know what I mean, like being forced to do things, or you know what I mean, promised like a role, you know what I mean? And like they later on they get into drugs and stuff. Like Corey Haim, he was really going through it, and I think he OD'd. And then Corey Feldman, because there's a movie, I think it was called The Corey Story. I'm not sure. Okay, it was like
I didn't
something
see
on
the movie.
yeah,
but
Corey
I know
Feldman
about the story.
talking about how like his mom would like, you know, he would go home to abuse and stuff, and his mom was taking more of his money than anything. Like she was taking his money that he was making from all these movies.
There's literally a thing where, and I forgot what it's called, but literally parents being jealous of their children.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And, you know, nobody that's not a topic that's necessarily talked about a lot, but that type of mental abuse that happens when something like that happens in a home is extremely toxic. And even if it's the parent not putting their hands on a child, sitting there literally bashing them and talking down on them every day,
it's a lot.
That's too much for one to take. And then coming from a parent, literally, it's like, it's crazy because as a child, no matter how good or bad your parent was, you have this just inner person in you that still wants to have some type of relationship with them, right? Like the connection. So it's like when you have somebody that's so toxic in your life, now you battling, but this is my mom, but they don't treat me right. You know what I'm saying? And then that's a whole nother like mental thing you dealing with. But yeah. Kind of tying into
that?
abortion.
I feel you, G.
That type of foolishness.
Hey, they allowed to deal with it. I understand, you know, and these be the type of traumas. But the one good thing about this conversation that I love about this topic of this segment is the fact that we had a very healthy discourse, because I feel like with that, you do have children who go through these type of traumas, and they are alive to go through it. And it's like, is being alive, dealing with those traumas, is it even worth it sometimes, you know? Like, because sometimes you might go through the trauma to, like how Kendra was saying, it could produce suicide, especially in times like this. Or say, for instance, being an artist or being in the limelight, for instance. You got celebrities like Orlando Brown. He was I think that's Orlando Brown, the guy that played off of That's So Raven.
That's So Raven, yeah.
Yeah, like he was doing that. He started off at a very young age. He had a lot of money. Next thing you know, he got addicted to drugs and he lost his marbles. Now he's trying to get himself back together. Or look at the situation with Britney Spears, for instance. We talk about parents being jealous. Her parents had full custodial over this woman till she was like her late 40s. Like she couldn't even touch her money. Like how vindictive is that? That shit is sick. And like the sister, Jamie, what's her name? Jamie Lynn?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Right, Jamie Lee. She was getting abused by one of the producers behind one of the shows. Like, you know, it's kind of sick in a way, you know? So
I heard somewhere that they somehow turn the sisters against each other, like they don't even like each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the type of abuse that certain people go through. And it's like you would think like, hey, because they're celebrities and they make all this money, that their life is just so much perfect. Because like Britney, before she had the meltdown, she was doing shows in Vegas. She had a lot of movies going through it. Then one day she snapped, you know? And now she's just not getting it back in her life. And she had an ex-husband who showed up to her wedding rehearsal just on some cock blocking shit.
All right, so I got a question for y'all. Since we talking about all this, what do you think the world needs more of to start heading in a different direction? Like, what is it missing? Something that you
understanding.
Like, grace.
What would you say, man?
I don't know.
Understanding.
I can't put it into one word. There's so many things. I feel like, because you know how they say ignorance is bliss? I mean, I really wish it was. There are some people living around it like ignorant, you know what I mean? They're not aware of things that are going on, or they really just don't care, you know? Yeah. I feel like people don't care enough.
Yeah. I feel like we need...
Oh, I'm sorry,
like,
Juice.
Oh, okay. I feel like we need
go ahead.
More love. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a lot of selflessness. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of people that's just so like selfish with their time, their money, their emotions. You know what I'm saying? Everything they do is just about them. If it's not about them or elevating themselves, they literally do not give a fuck about it at all. And I feel
I agree.
like that's what this country was built on, just like selfishness. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could get up higher, I would do anything to manipulate you to get to a higher standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Which is like super toxic, and that's just a mindset that people have, and it's flowing through social media too. Like everybody, they say, "All right, well, fuck this person, fuck them. Worry about yourself and get your own shit." And it's like, I mean, you could do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it's gonna go for everybody. It might take you a long time. You might get there faster. I don't know, but you're gonna crush a lot of relationships that shouldn't have been crushed. You're gonna burn a lot of bridges that way too. You know what I'm saying? We all need somebody to get to that next level. We need these relationships with people to, you know what I'm saying, to stay relevant in a moment, you know.
I feel like if you talk about success and like a financial aspect, then I agree with you. But if you talk about like a lifestyle aspect, is people not selfish. They too busy worried about somebody else. And that's where the issue is. If people is not harming somebody and living and making their decisions with their life, let them do it. You know what I'm saying? We spending so much time about deciding if two men could get married. Meanwhile, it's rich men kidnapping little Filipino kids
Babies
and
getting
making and
kidnapped.
having sex with them and raping them. But you want to tell me two fully grown, fully consenting individuals can't live their life the way they want to. So these be my issues with the way the government likes to highlight things, very much like yellow journalism, like trying to distract us from what's really going on and from what they doing, you know, under the table. Sex trafficking is very much a thing.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
everybody love to go to Vegas, turn up in Vegas, bro. It's so easily to get sex trafficked going to Vegas. You thinking somebody's finna offer you a ride to the club, a clubhouse full of kids and women that got kidnapped is where you about to go, man. Like, it's bad. It is bad. And it be like the real issues, the stuff that's really bad going on in the world, like the dark truths of America. That be the stuff they don't want to talk about. So they choose these popular topics of gay rights and abortions, topics that's not hurt nobody. If we didn't come up with a situation to, you know what I'm saying, it would be putting lives in danger. But I mean, the fact that we had Hispanic kids in cages, these living, breathing kids already who have minds and personalities and can then remember the trauma that they're going through. So all of these different real life issues that's not necessarily on CNN, and we got to do our own research and dig in to get more information on, that's the stuff that needs to be addressed. Like, so, the world is selfish, yes. But when you get to, like I said, like the dark truths, it's not necessarily selfish. It's of them trying to put spotlights on our shit so they can hide theirs. And that's the real tea.
And another nickname for that is called gaslighting. It's easy because at the end of the day, people are so controlled emotionally. It's easy to induce fear and those type of things, because once you're in a situation of fear where your emotions are high, you tend to blind out everything, especially because in our generation, everything happens so consistent and so fast. Like it's one thing after another. It's one thing after another. So it's easy to hide the truth of what's going on, the dark truth at that. Because, like, for instance, we don't talk about the serial killers that go on and how sex trafficking happens, like how you were saying, also related to the fact that, organs being sold on the black market or black dark net. These are things, this is $1 billion business. you know, and this is real. Like, this isn't fake or anything. Like, these are situations where innocent children, women, girls, all of that, you know, men too, their organs are sold illegally, you know, but at the same time, these are things that won't get talked about because at the end of the day, that's $1 billion business. You know, it's a fucked up place, but it's about capital.
I think they tried to expose that in that movie Get Out.
Keyword tried. And when you try to do stuff that expose them, watch you go missing.
Yeah. Because you remember
you know too much. You know too much. When you know too much, you are in danger.
And you want to hear something crazy? Because I was just talking to a homie about this. And you're 100% correct. Have you guys ever seen the story about Snowfall? Well, the TV show Snowfall on Hulu.
The story behind it, no. But
well, I mean, what actual TV show? Then let's just say that.
Yeah, I seen Snowfall.
So look, there was a scene on there where long story short, and this is like case documented, like there was a guy, his name was Gary, I forgot his last name, but basically he was a journalist who had a secret intel with this guy named Freeway Ricky Ross. At the time, he was one of the guys who was the youngest kingpin in LA, like in Los Angeles, like he was the youngest one. But turns out the United States, the CIA was actually partnered with this drug dealer, sold him a ton of coke. Like they helped funded his business illegally because, you know, that's narcotics. You can't do that. They funded his shit illegally. And long story short, they funded it to help the war out in Nicaragua. And that's how the epidemic of crack came. The Arthur, he went on Montel Williams back in the 90s. He even published a book on this. The guy turned up missing. Easy. They announced it as a death by suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Swear to God. Like
the government be doing all type of shiesty stuff, and they use common people to pin it on, and then special people that's in low income situations, like, oh, you know, they did this for money, da 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 da. Whole time, where you think these guns came from in the hood? Where we get them? Them hoes was dropped off.
Nah, for real.
You know, man, like it ain't like niggas was in the basement talking about some. Hold on, boy, did you pick up the steel today? We finna carve us out a gun. Like,
facts. No, like,
come on now. Like, you gotta start really thinking about the whys and the how did these things come about, because there's a lot of missing pieces that the government got the piece to. So,
or like how we were talking about earlier in the show about how like it's better if we do for ourselves, and it's better when we come together. But when we come together, people come missing. The story of Fred Hampton, for instance. He was a Black Panther at the time, and he was from Chicago. At the time, Chicago set up a sting organization and murdered that man in cold blood. It took until 2020 for his parents, his family that he had, to actually win a lawsuit just for $1 million. The government literally was found guilty of going in there. The story of Fred Hampton from Chicago.
I read that. That's true.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like, America's pretty dirty.
Bro, dirty, just filthy. From the first day they started this mud, it been dirty ever since. Just blood all on our hands. I hate it here.
Shit, it's dirty now. Shit, look at the situation going on in Ukraine. A lot of people don't even know that Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, he was money laundering money to Ukraine. And now we're doing the same thing to help out with their war. All it is just simple money laundering.
Now that was some tea. I ain't hear about that one. How'd you find that out? Bro,
this shit real, G. Like, this shit is real. Trump was talking about that shit. G, like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like if you don't listen to your politics and like you don't actually watch this shit, you're not gonna understand it. You're gonna be in because we too busy looking at the emotional shit, you know?
Yeah.
And the whole time while we having like BLM protests and shit, we getting robbed behind anyway. Yeah. You know, so I mean,
now they do need to stop killing us. Now that's what they need to do. Shit. Enough is enough.
Yeah, I think it's just I don't know. You know, America's pretty interesting, but the only thing I feel like in this generation we need to learn is grace, because you got to learn how to forgive people and be nice. Because
that's facts.
If you don't, because you fucking with your soul, bro. Like, that's, I don't know. It's just weird.
But yeah, man, shit. We covered a lot of shit
What
in
are
this
you
episode.
doing?
I don't know yet.
What was that?
Oh.
Wait, what was that?
Stop.
I don't know. I don't know.
What was that? Do
I don't know.
it again, bro.
I
Do it
felt it
again,
in my
bro.
soul, so I was like, okay, you know, them soul ties.
That's like
But,
I don't like that.
I'm finna be in a club.
But at
listening
the
to that
same
Drake
time,
shit, G. I'm finna be up
who
in
am I to
that.
tell you to stop? So go ahead. You
Okay, I
see?
got you. I got you.
If
See,
that's your thing,
You stop when she said it's
it's okay.
Oh,
All right.
hey,
Ooh, okay.
as long
Anyway,
as it's your thing, bro.
so look, I know damn well you ain't talking about nobody dancing.
I ain't say nothing about you dancing. All I said is that's your thing. Then that's your thing.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm saying. Hey, look.
Let's enjoy the
When
episode.
we having a dance contest, y'all.
Hey, look. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna keep this a secret, but I've been practicing my some new dance moves, G. You know what I'm saying? On the low.
Like some that you created.
No, like some that I seen other dancers do. You know what I'm saying? So hey, look.
Boy, you about to do the electric
Hey,
slide toe
all
wiggle. You
I'm
about to
saying-
cut up this summer.
All
You
I'm
finna do it for
saying
Lil
is
Zay, huh?
when I pop out again, nigga,
When you say pop out, what do
when I
you
go
mean?
to a-
You
when I
don't go
go to
out.
I don't go to clubs and shit. For everybody that's, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna sit here and be like, yeah, I don't go to clubs and shit like that. But I told Mark this the other day. I said I got three clubs in me a
Yeah,
year.
we seen
A
that.
year.
A
fucking
year.
year.
I used one of them already, early March. So I got 2 more left. No, I'm saving one for all of us, and then the other one, I don't know when that one going. That's probably gonna just be on my birthday or something. But you know what I'm saying?
Dang, you ain't gonna go out for Matt's birthday?
You said what?
You ain't going out for Matt's birthday?
He got to use his last club.
I said I'm gonna use my. I only got 2 left. All right, so I mean it's a hard decision.
That is so
You know what I'm saying?
hard.
hey, look.
And he's serious. That's the crazy
I only
part.
got 2
He's
left.
dead ass.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, you gotta use them wisely. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not physical coupons. You can make some more copies if you needed to.
I mean, look,
Right.
all right, look, if I'm feeling it, if I'm like, are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs type shit? Then you know, hey, you know, I might do something. You know?
Bro, this a house music era, and you ain't trying to go to no clubs, bro. That shit finna sound like the SpongeBob episode.
No, honestly, the thing is, I don't really want to go to. I don't really want to go to clubs no more. I kind of want to go to like boat parties and shit, like rooftop pool parties and shit. That's where I kind of want to go, bro. That's the vibe.
Oh, day parties. That's all
Right.
you had to say.
Day
G.
party. Yeah,
You just
yeah.
wanna
That
get drunk
shit.
in the daytime.
I want to do like something like that because I never been on no yard party and I ain't never went to like no mansion like pool party and shit. Like people that did go, they tell me those be kind of lit. So I'm like,
Oh, you trying to go to a mansion pool party? So you ain't
Bro,
trying
they
to go
have
to
one of them every week in Chicago.
Yeah,
yeah.
Go on and Eventbrite.
Yeah,
they definitely
start
done.
doing that. Now that I probably got like 10 of those in me before the summer.
Bro, you gonna
I
hate
ain't
that
lie.
shit. You gonna be like, bro, it's too many niggas on this boat.
Jay,
Nah,
them
Jay,
things be hot.
I'm trying
That
to tell
sun
you.
be blazing on your back,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
you
I'm
ain't in the
already
water.
black.
You just
I'm
own
already
it.
black. I'm already black. You know, it is what it is.
You gonna be Dominican black soon.
That's fine.
Get on that
Like,
bitch. It's
that's
okay.
fine. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that joke was a little racist,
That
How? I
was
love
a little
Dominicans.
racist. I ain't gonna lie.
but you're not Dominican, right?
My fucking bad. Wait, no, wait. I don't want to get canceled again. I love my
look,
Dominican.
hey, look, he finna get killed. But hey, man.
Look,
Don't worry, my Dominican friends. I got y'all back.
Yes, absolutely. My daughter's Afro Latina. Fuck, I'm not making this any better.
What does that have to do with being
You
Dominican?
sound like white people. My friend is black.
I got a black friend.
I have black friends. I can't be racist.
Oh yeah, I didn't make that any better. Okay.
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna
man.
shut
Hey,
the fuck up
you know
now.
what? Since I ain't got no Q&As though this time, you know what I'm saying? That'll be the wrap of the episode.
They didn't ran out of problems. Can't
they
be.
ain't run out of problems. I didn't post like a thing for Q&As this time. You know, I was a little,
Okay, I'm like, hey, people got
busy
problems
with
every
it,
day, B.
so, yeah,
I think I
ain't
seen the
posting
girl that ghosted one of our followers at the club. She was with a whole new nigga though. She gave me the thumbs up and everything. She listened to the advice.
It's tough, man. It's a tough word out here.
Wait, what? You seen a girl you ghosted at the club?